Hi guys. All right, so we're gonna be running through our demo for Dosca. Jason, take it away.
Yeah, so this is our landing site. As you can see, we have the logo. We have our nav bar at the top, and then we also have our two buttons. If you want to click on Join Whiteboard, um, this is our login page. We got username, room code to join the rooms. You can go back and hit Create Whiteboard. And yeah, okay, so this is what our whiteboard looks like, and you can take it from here.
Jesus, you want to talk about the connectivity of the whiteboard?
Sure. So for the whiteboard, we use WebSocket IO. And so what we do is we take a link provided by the WebSocket of the host and we upload that to the database. And from there, based on matching codes of the white rooms, a user is then able to apply that and enter that. And then it gets connected to the same whiteboard as the host. So here they can see each other draw and it will show up in real time. There you go.
Alrighty, and then we also have eraser for our whiteboard, and we also have previous color. So if we go green, we draw in green, and then we click black, we could use black again. So if we go blue, our next previous color is black, and like that. Alrighty.
Like text and more management features like allowing people to only draw in certain areas.
All right. So for individual contributions, what I did was I mainly worked with React and CSS to create the UI elements. So the initial, I came up with the initial React file structure and did the UI for that landing page you saw. And also that includes the navbar, the logo, and then like the join buttons. And then I also did the login page UI. So that's like the username and room code formatting, and then also that join button. And then there's pictures of the stuff I worked on. And I put a screenshot of one of the CSS classes.
And what are your thoughts about this project, Jason?
My thoughts, I mean, it was honestly pretty hard for me personally since I'd never worked with any of this before. And I think a lot of us, it was our first time working with these tools. So it was a learning process for all of us. But at the same time, when we ran into issues, it would also be hard for us to like work with each other to figure out how to fix them. But we managed and we finished the project in the end. And I'm honestly really happy with how it's turned out so far. I think it was a good experience working in a team and yeah.
Yeah, so as far as my contribution, I did a lot of the initial database setup. So that included setting up the database, doing a lot of the document modeling, the post and get requests, authentication, a little bit of testing. Also, I worked on the page routing, so clicking in between pages. And then finally, I worked on front-end functionality, so adding functionality to both the create buttons and the login buttons, so everything could work together seamlessly between the front end and the back end. As far as final thoughts, well, I'm gonna have to agree with Jason. This was also my first time working with a lot of web dev technology, so I feel like it was really hard, but really rewarding at the end. So I really enjoyed my experience. I feel like I gained a lot of really like applicable skills in the real world, and I really enjoyed my time working with my teammates.
Okay, so I was responsible for the whiteboard itself. So I created the whiteboard container and what users could draw on. And additionally, I also created a working pencil, which you could change the thickness of, the eraser, and then the ability to choose the previous color you're using. And then additionally, I also installed the web sockets for that allowed for the real-time collaboration. So I installed and connected the client WebSockets, IO clients, and then I also I connected that to the server. And then, so using these WebSockets, I was able to implement real-time collaboration, obviously not as fast as we wanted originally at 1 millisecond, but fast enough where you could reasonably work together with like a teacher at the same time and allow for multiple users to join the lobby. And then my final thoughts was just like tagging along with everyone. This was a big learning experience as I haven't had much experience with front end. So learning a lot of CSS styling was a pain in the butts, but in the end, it was rewarding seeing all the app come to fruition. And then additionally, I learned a good amount of WebSockets and like when facing with real-time concurrency, I feel like I'll be a lot more prepared in the future. Yeah.
Alrighty, and my name is Richard Garber. I worked a lot on the repo management, making sure that things were stored correctly and that merges were done properly. I also did a lot of that backend testing. So I made sure that our API works correctly and made sure that our GET post requests, things like that, and our actual database connection worked. And my final thoughts is that I am very proud of how we went from zero knowledge in all of these fields to a working product. And I feel like if we ever were to make a Dosca 2.0, it would just be that much better, because while our final product isn't exactly what I would want, obviously we have a lot of technical debt and quite a few stretch goals. I feel like now we're a team that could actually make that sort of project. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. And I'm very grateful for the software engineering knowledge that we learned by working on a team doing Scrum and Agile development. Thank you so much, everybody.